Now, good morning, Northwest. People rushed from a burning home. One woman had to be rescued. This morning, police are looking for the woman they believe started that fire and want to bring more charges against her.
Our cool conditions continue through today, but then a much wanted warm up is coming in as well. The details on the timing just ahead.
And tornadoes tore through the southern U.S., killing more than 24 people. A look at the destruction, the cleanup, and how those same areas are preparing for more severe storms. You're watching Good Morning Northwest here on 4 News Now. Good morning, and thanks so much for starting your week with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, March 27th. Let's check in with Mark. Hey, what do we got going on this week?
Our cold mornings continue. There's no doubt about that. I mean, right now we're sitting at 28 in the Coeur d'Alene. We've got 32 degrees with some cloud cover into the Spokane area. Here are the 4 things you need to know as we get going on this new week. It's going to be cool. We're going to see afternoon sprinkles, no doubt about that. Now, Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to warm up. We're going to have temperatures around the area into the upper 50s and 60s. We'll be in the mid 50s. But next weekend, yeah, it looks like you want to get stuff done this week. Before the weekend, we'll explain. Now, our forecast for the day, calling for cloud cover to move in. It's going to be sun and clouds with a pretty good opportunity for some light sprinkles, maybe a little graupel in areas. That's going to be for this afternoon. That'll continue to move out, clear out, and get cold again tonight, and should be dry. So we do have energy to the west, and it may work its way into our area by the end of the week. 48 will be our high today. We'll see that into Coeur d'Alene, 45 into Kellogg, 51 into Ritzville. Our day sort of starts out with temperatures in the low 30s and then upper 40s to cap it off, again, with periods of sunshine and then periods of sprinkles.
And from the Breaking Now desk, this morning, some areas of the southern part of the U.S. are bracing for more severe weather. This comes as recovery efforts are still ongoing this morning after a deadly tornado outbreak that swept across Mississippi and Alabama late Friday, killed at least 26 people. In Mississippi, the monster tornado cut a 60-mile path of destruction across the state. Yesterday, cleanup and recovery efforts continued in hard-hit Rolling Fork, Mississippi, where an EF4 tornado flattened much of the community.
What we've seen over the last 36 hours in Mississippi, on the one hand, has been heartbreaking to see the loss and devastation of these communities, but on the other hand, has been inspiring and gives me great reason for optimism.
At least 10 confirmed tornadoes struck Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. In Georgia, a large and extremely dangerous tornado struck yesterday morning. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp declared a state of emergency there. And the National Weather Service says isolated to widely scattered severe thunderstorms are possible across southeast Georgia into southern South Carolina through early Tuesday. While search and rescue operations are still ongoing, President Joe Biden approved a disaster declaration for the hardest hit parts of Mississippi. And later on in Georgia today, Governor Kemp is expected to tour storm damage and provide an update on the state's recovery efforts. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Spokane police are searching for this woman, Jenny Barden. We first told you about her on Thursday when she was wanted for arson. Now, police want her for attempted murder and assault. Investigators believe she started this house fire near Garland and Wall on Thursday. One person was seriously injured. Police say several others, including a 3-month-old baby, were endangered. Multiple family pets were also killed in the fire. If you know where Barden may be, you're asked to call 911.
A Grant County chiropractor is behind bars on child rape charges. Grant County Sheriff's deputies arrested Tyrone Truxler Friday. Investigators say a 6-year-old girl told her mom that he had raped her at his Moses Lake house. Detectives are asking for the public's help. If you have any information about him or know of other victims, you're asked to call the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
With TikTok under scrutiny in the U.S. as a national security threat comes the question, how hard would it be to ban the popular Chinese-owned app? Washington, D.C. could wield economic powers against TikTok's core business interests, but any ban, either by presidential or congressional action, could be challenged in court over First Amendment issues, especially efforts to restrict Americans' access to its content. It would also be hard to completely block U.S. users from accessing the app if its operations moved overseas.
The number of places that accept tips for services is up. but gratuities are going down. According to Toast, a restaurant management-based software company, close to 50% of fast food restaurants now ask customers if they would like to give a little extra pay to the staff. That's a 10% increase from 3 years ago. However, Americans are being tight with their wallets. According to the last quarter, the tipping percentage at quick service establishments like McDonald's and Starbucks was 15.9%. Last year, it was 16.4%. Inflation is among the reasons why analysts say some people are tipping less. The Washington State Department of Transportation is in the early phases of designing and replacing 2 bridges that cross the North Fork of the Palouse River.
And tomorrow you can attend an open house where that project will be discussed. The bridges cross the North Fork of the Palouse River on State Route 26 and US 195. 2 design options are currently being considered, and the DOT is encouraging community involvement through every step of this project. Doors of the Whitman County Library in Colfax open tomorrow at 5:30 for the open house, with a formal presentation beginning at 6. Construction is expected to begin in the summer of 2025 and will last for about 2 years. All right, good morning, Northwest. Time is 6:06.
Let's check in with Mark, who's taking a look at our Monday morning forecast.
Edge coats on, coming into work this morning, but not needed for wind chill. Just the fact that it's cold outside. We don't have an additional kick. The winds are light. We are going to have temperatures slowly warm up. We're going to talk about that coming up.
Good morning. We are out at the Coeur d'Alene Resort live previewing the 13th Annual Blues Festival, and we have a sneak peek of the performance coming up this weekend in just a few minutes.
And you saw him in commercials for the U.S. Army during the March Madness games this weekend, but not anymore. Why the Army has pulled Jonathan Majors from its ads.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU, supporting partners with families.
No one does Truck Month like Wendell Ford, where our trucks are built Ford tough. F-150, Super Duty, Ranger.
Some with bonus cash and interest rates as low as 0%.
The best Ford trucks go fast.
Wendell at the Y on North Division.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
We are Heritage Funeral and Cremation. When you need us, we'll be here.
We are committed to serving your family as we would our own.
With respect, love, and compassion. Heritage is part of a local, community-owned association.
With roots going back to 1888.
And a dedication to inland Northwest families.
That we support by giving back to over 15 community organizations annually.
We're here
when you need us most.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time when lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's smart.
I really want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't have another bad day.
I really hope I don't have another bad day at school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
No one does Truck Month like Wendell Ford, where our trucks are built Ford tough. F-150, Super Duty, Ranger.
Some with bonus cash and interest rates as low as 0%.
The best Ford trucks go fast.
Wendell at the Y on North Division.
All right, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. A New York grand jury considering charges against former President Trump is expected to hear new witness testimony today.
A decision on an indictment could come this week. On the campaign trail this weekend, Trump was defiant, saying criminal charges won't stop his efforts to return to the White House. At the first major rally for his 2024 campaign Saturday, Trump told the crowd in Waco, Texas, that he is probably the most innocent man in the country. He opened his rally with a video showing images of the insurrection and jailed rioters singing the national anthem. An announcer called them the J6 Choir.
Fewer Americans are working from home a few years after the pandemic sent them to their living rooms, basements, and bedrooms. The Labor Department reports nearly 73% of businesses say their employees teleworked rarely or not at all last year. That's up from just over 60% in 2021. Employees have recently been pushing harder to get staff on site more often as recession worries trigger more emphasis on worker productivity.
This morning, fallout for embattled movie star Jonathan Majors. The Army now pulling its ad featuring Majors in the wake of a domestic dispute that allegedly turned violent. Majors, best known for his roles in Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp, was arrested over the weekend, accused of attacking his girlfriend in a New York cab. Police say Majors called 911 about his girlfriend, but when officers arrived, the 30-year-old woman claimed Majors slapped her and put his hand on her neck, causing some minor injuries, including a laceration behind her ear and bruising on her neck.
11 minutes past 6 o'clock. It is a Monday. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, cool day today. Afternoon sprinkles are more than likely, and you just want to keep that jacket handy. Our high today, just 48 degrees.
All right, Mark, thank you. Well, spring is slowly approaching.
But up in the mountains, many skiers and snowboarders took advantage of the fresh powder over the weekend. With the new terrain, Eagle Peak, freshly opened at Lookout Pass, the mountain's marketing director says it has been a hectic season with lots more visitors.
Now there's a couple of schools off in the area that first weekend in April. We wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, give them the opportunity to come out and ski.
Matt Sawyer says Lookout Pass will remain open 7 days a week until mid-April. Planning to hold several spring events, including Jersey Day for college students, food drive for a local food bank, and an Easter egg hunt. Starting late spring, Lookout Pass will make its transition, as it does every year, to a scenic bike trail, and that lasts until September.
Yeah, I checked out that new Eagle Peak yesterday at Lookout. It's pretty awesome. Lots of cool runs and wide open spaces. Nice. So, all right, Good Morning Northwest. Time is now 6:12.
So will we be skiing or golfing or both this week? Mark is back with his full forecast just ahead.
And white on the slopes, green in the golf course, and blues at the Coeur d'Alene Resort. After this break, we'll check in once again with Emily Bloom, live at the resort as it prepares for its annual Blues Festival.
BSU is just an incredible community partner. We feel very fortunate to have them on board as we try to help families move forward and be stable and successful.
It is so important for both our families and our staff to receive current financial education.
What Eric's doing with his classes is basically giving them the knowledge they're going to need to be financially self-reliant.
This is not a topic that's typically taught in schools, and yet it is the baseline of access to almost everything that we do.
Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning is your family-owned and operated #1 HVAC contractor in the Northwest. Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning would like to introduce our own carbon reduction program. Buy a new energy-efficient furnace from Bill's Heating and receive a heat pump with installation absolutely free. No hidden fees, no conditions, no exceptions. Buy a furnace, get a free heat pump from Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning. Call today for estimates and repairs.
This is it. The RV sales event of the year is happening now at Click It RV in Spokane. During the I Want to Getaway sales event, get a trip to Vegas on us. Choose from the best brands, Coachman, Winnebago, Thor, and more. Payments just $175 per month. 0 down, 0 payments until June, and $4,000 over JD Power for your trade-in. Don't let these deals get away. 6 days only. March 23rd through the 28th. The I Want to Getaway event at Click It RV in Spokane. Hurry in today.
It's college tournament time at Turf Club Sportsbook, where suddenly every game's a big game. And that office pool you're in? Well, so much for that. This is real sports betting that goes beyond the bracket. All in a modern game day setting where you can take home a lot more than some intern's lunch money. Get off the sidelines and into the action at the all-new Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer, only at Northern Quest.
Elite Tire and Suspension is your premier tire and suspension shop. From heavy machinery to your tricked-out truck to the family rig, Elite Tire and Suspension can do it all. They have top-notch customer service, the best warranty in town, and easy financing. Their experienced team will keep you on the road with correct tires, suspension, and alignment. They make sure you and your family are safe and happy with the work they perform. Call or click today or stop in anytime. No appointments necessary. Elite Tire and Suspension in Coeur d'Alene and Ponderay.
Does your family need a break from the daily routine?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org and trade in the big screen for the big blue sky by visiting a local park or forest near you.
Hiking, picnicking, swimming, orienteering, climbing, admiring wildlife, or inhaling fresh air may result in heightened creativity, feelings of joy, harmony, satisfaction, and a euphoria that can only be explained as oneness with the natural world. Whoa.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mechanics Pride.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It is 6/16. The annual Blues Festival returns to the Coeur d'Alene Resort this weekend.
Yep, and this morning we are getting a sneak peek. Emily Bloom is there live. We heard from Whack-A-Mole earlier, and looks like we got him again now.
Yeah. Rob and Derek, good morning to you. We are live out here previewing the Blues Festival. There's going to be performances this upcoming weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now I'm here with Ryan Dunn. Ryan, you're with Whack-A-Mole. Talk to us a little bit about your band and your upcoming performances this weekend.
Sure. We're playing with Whack-A-Mole on the rooftop Friday, I believe, from 3 to 7. That's going to be a little rock, a little funk, a little blues. And then on Saturday, I'm playing with Voodoo Church, which is blues band's been around here for a long time, led by our good friend Gary Yeoman. But we'll have some friends showing up to play with us. We'll have Forrest Govedare. We'll have Elon Jones. Everyone around town knows Miss Sarge. We'll have Ben Rice coming out of Portland. Some other really good players. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
All right, live music on the rooftop this weekend sounds absolutely incredible. Ryan, why don't you give us a sneak preview of what everybody can expect?
Sure. Going town, people say you've been booking down. No, tell me what you did. You can call it what you want. I call it messing with kid.
You can find tickets on CoeurD'AleneResort.com. Derek, Robin, I'll send it back to you.
Wow.
Okay.
And he's just waking up. I mean, think of what he can do like in the normal hours. Wow.
Very good. All right, you were taking a look over downtown there. We're taking a look at some of these pass cams, except for Snoqualmie right now.
Snoqualmie Pass taking the day off.
It's kind of like somebody got to tap that camera.
I get it. It's early.
It's early.
It's Monday.
Yeah, the Blues player doing much better than the cameras. But all the passes are looking pretty good. Everything is in good shape for travel. We are going to see, again, a chance of some afternoon sprinkles, but that's going to be about it. As we look at what we can expect today, 48 degrees for the high. Tonight, temperatures down to 30. It's going to be partly cloudy, not only today, but tonight into tomorrow. We should see more sunshine, but we're going to keep having that opportunity or that chance of a shower because we got a front that's going right by us. So we've got that low that's off the coast, and we've got everything sort of moving south. And as it comes by, it's going to kick out this energy that's going to cross over us. Eastern Washington, North Idaho looking to be drier than the central areas of the state and also the Cascades. This continues to make its way out. Forecast radar, higher elevations pulling that moisture out this afternoon. We could very well see, again, some afternoon sprinkles. That's going to be about it. And we will continue to see the higher elevations pulling just what's available out of it. Tri-Cities up to most Lake Wenatchee tomorrow. They're going to have more rain showers than we will. We'll see a chance of some showers moving in. Today, we're going to be in the upper 40s and low 50s. That's going to be all the way across the I-90 corridor. Meade at 51, Deer Park 49 degrees, officially Spokane at 48. Warming to 55, some sunshine Tuesday, Wednesday 58. We've only got up to 58 so far this year, so we'll see that again. Could be a little warmer. And Thursday, 55. It would be a great couple of days to take your pup out for a walk. Oh, a pup. Speaking of that, let's take a look at our pet of the week.
Our pet of the week is Raja, who is only 11 months old. He has adapted nicely to his new surroundings at Companions Animal Center, formerly Kootenai Humane Society. Raja does well with the other cats that are hanging out with him in their new cat colony room, which has windows that face the lobby and the outdoors. Although he is very content living here, we keep telling him there's a family who would love to have him in their home. If that's you, please stop by the new Animal Center on Atlas Road, just north of Hayden Avenue in Hayden, Idaho. We are open from noon to 6, Tuesday through Saturday, and from noon to 4 on Sundays. Or visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org for information on all the animals who are available for adoption.
I like that name, Raja.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:21. Thanks to a dominant performance from UConn, Gonzaga's season came to an abrupt end Saturday night.
Our sports team was in Las Vegas. They have a final recap on the Zags' run to the Elite Eight and the farewell to Drew Timme next.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we're always looking at better ways to solve plumbing issues in your home. That's why we use the latest technology in sewer line repair called trenchless sewer repair. We can replace your current sewer line without digging up your entire yard. With just a couple of holes in the ground, we can pull new sewer pipe from the main line right into your house with minimal disruption to your lawn and your wallet. So if you need your sewer line repaired or replaced, call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in a Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
This year, improve your backyard from Windsor Plywood. Whether you're looking for the best selection of PVC, composite, or solid wood decking, or some stylish aluminum or iron rod railings, Windsor has a great selection to choose from to turn your backyard into a family fun destination. Just stop by either one of our 2 Spokane locations and let our decking pros help you out.
So much more than a plywood store. Windsor Plywood.
Plus, delivery is available.
We celebrate our 28th anniversary the same way any self-respecting casino would, by giving you a shot at $28,000. Qualify all month long with hot spins and super spins for your shot at the cash on April 1st. Anniversary specials for midweek rooms at the Kootenai Falls Lodge are just $59 or $89 for Riverview rooms. Grab some anniversary cash at the Kootenai Casino and book your March getaway. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
The savings start Tuesday with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Inside, you'll find 20 pages of great store-wide savings, including everything you need for spring cleaning. The savings start Tuesday with our latest savings book at Bi-Mart.
Gonzaga's season comes to an end here in Las Vegas in the Elite Eight to UConn by a final of 82-54. A lot to unpack in this game, Alex. Shooting-wise, they didn't have it. Size-wise, disadvantage. And Drew Timme gets a 4th foul, and it just seemed to all crumble down from there.
Yeah, when you put those all together, it's not a recipe for success. And sometimes it's just not your night. We just saw one of the better three-point shooting teams in America just not be able to get them down tonight. And that when you can't do it, when you only make 2 in the entire game, you're not going to win many games, especially against a team like UConn, which was just lights out all evening long. And credit to them, they were the better team on the night. And those players in the locker room said it after that, they lost fair and square. No matter what, if you want to debate the Timme fouls, that really impacted the second half. UConn was the better team.
And it was a pretty somber locker room, as you can imagine, after this game. A lot of down faces, but also a lot to be proud of from this Gonzaga team.
It hurts. It hurts because we were 40 minutes away from making the Final Four after starting the year kind of rough, and people being down on us. I mean, we fought, scratched, clawed for everything, and we played our hearts out.
We weren't picked to make it this far, so we have a lot to be proud of, and no matter what, this doesn't define what our season was.
And of course, this also marks the end of the Drew Timme era for Gonzaga, turning a new leaf, I should say, when it comes to this program.
You're probably losing the best player in program history. But the good news is, for the last 25 years, Mark Few's been so good about getting the next guy. And we know it's not going to be easy to replace Drew Timme. I don't think anyone will break his records in Gonzaga history or maybe even the NCAA tournament history with what he did here this week.
It's disappointing. It's the end of a ride. And what makes a ride so special is the ups and the downs, the good, the bad, and the ugly that comes along with the ride. The reason why I am so emotional is because of how much I've given to this team and this program's given to me. I mean, it's been the best time of my life. I'm forever in debt to Gonzaga.
Certainly somebody we're going to miss covering, but we want to thank you for following along all the steps of the way here, not only in our Fast Break to Houston coverage, but all season long when it comes to Gonzaga basketball. And we will be there again next season for what should be an exciting and fun time covering the Bulldogs. Signing off one final time here in Las Vegas, Julian Minenso, and that's Alex Crescenti for News Now Sports.
I wonder how many people locally have even one team in their Final Four of their bracket, right?
I can't even imagine.
So crazy this year.
It is now 6:26.
All right, before we go to the break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's a money-saving trend gaining momentum across the country. Welcome to the Buy Nothing movement. For Jenna Orndorff, it started with a fire.
I lost everything. My apartment was condemned. I was displaced and basically had to start over.
So she turned to the local Buy Nothing group on Facebook and surprisingly found a lot.
Husband and wife brought this 60-inch TV to my new apartment.
When we started the very first group, I was literally getting food and clothing that I could not afford otherwise. So I knew how impactful those gifts were for me, and I knew that I wasn't the only person in that position.
And coming up at 7 a.m., if you want to take part in the Buy Nothing movement, we have the expert tips you need to succeed. With your GMA First Look, I'm Becky Worley, ABC News, Oakland, California.
Sometimes the lows of bipolar depression feel darkest before dawn. With Caplyta, there's a chance to let the light shine through and light tomorrow with the hope from today. This is a chance to let in the light. Caplyta is a once-daily pill that is proven to deliver significant relief across bipolar depression. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Caplyta treats both bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Call your doctor about sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, confusion, stiff, or uncontrollable muscle movements, which may be life-threatening or permanent. These aren't all the serious side effects.
In the darkness of bipolar 1 and 2 depression, Caplyta can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Caplyta today. Find savings and support at Caplyta.com.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. The 4 News Now First Alert Weather app. Download or update it today.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
It's We'll Buy Your Car Week at AutoNation. We'll buy your car. We'll buy your truck.
we'll buy your SUV. Get tip-top dollar for your car right now because, well, we need every vehicle we can get. Plus, you don't have to buy one from us. Visit AutoNation.com or see us in store for an easy appraisal. We'll give you a check on the spot or sell you the same day, deposited and done. And in case you missed it, AutoNation will buy your car this week only. So, get here, like now.
Transitions works to end poverty and homelessness for women and children in Spokane.
Transitions moves lives forward by providing real change through programs like housing, job training, and safe spaces of welcome, respect, and community.
New America Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Transitions as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at NewAmericaCU.com.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Derek Dice. It is Monday, March the 27th. Let's get right to Mark Peterson with a look at that first alert forecast. We might see some sprinkles later, huh?
Yeah, rain sprinkles. We saw a few morning flurries. It's springtime, of course. 28 into Coeur d'Alene. You've got good road conditions. Everything's looking great. We do have cloud cover. The sun is coming up in about 10 minutes. Take a look at the 4 things you need to know. Cool afternoon sprinkles expected. Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to warm up. Things are going to look better. We're going to be in the upper 50s and 60s this week. And next weekend, again, another downturn in the weather, and we'll talk more about what that will bring in a little bit. So for today, variable clouds, some sun breaks, and then sprinkle breaks later on. That'll clear out overnight, and we're going to get cold. So just be aware of that as you make your plans. We'll have highs stay in the upper 40s officially, both here and into Coeur d'Alene. As you head west, you're going to have low 50s into Ritzville. You'll be into the mid 50s for Moses Lake. Tri-Cities nearing 60 degrees. The LC Valley still cool at 56. So for us, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, yeah, we'll have some sunshine popping out. Then we'll have some cloud cover and a chance of, again, those sprinkles coming in. Our high today expected to be 48 degrees.
Chaos in Israel, a crucial U.S. ally in the Middle East.
Now, protesters are outraged over a plan to change the court system, giving Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu more power. Sydney Charles is live at the Breaking Now desk with the story.
That's right. We're tracking the growing unrest across Israel after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu fired his defense minister, who had voiced support for pausing the government's controversial plan to reform Israel's judiciary. Take a look at this. Police using water cannons to clear protesters outside of the prime minister's home. The government's plan would give the ruling party control over most judicial appointments. Critics say it could turn Israel into an autocracy like Turkey or Russia. Others see it as a way for Netanyahu to evade prosecution.
Benjamin Netanyahu's opponents accuse him of weakening Israel's judiciary to protect himself as he's on trial for serious corruption allegations. Netanyahu denies all charges, but those protesting say that this is escalating into an existential battle for Israel's democratic soul.
In the wake of the upheaval, the country's culture minister, a Netanyahu ally, claimed the party would support plans to pause the judiciary overhaul. But Netanyahu holding firm on Twitter, tweeting, "We must all stand strong against refusal." And new this morning, the Israel embassy in Washington, D.C. has confirmed on Twitter that it will be closed for the day to join the strike. Overnight, the White House chiming in, saying it's deeply concerned about the new developments out of Israel and saying that it strongly urges leaders in Israel to find a compromise as soon as possible. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Well, a new Idaho law restricting transgender students' choices in school bathrooms has just been signed by Idaho Governor Brad Little. The governor signed the legislation on Friday, banning transgender students from using restrooms that do not align with their assigned gender at birth. That ban goes into effect on July 1st. It does not apply to single occupancy restrooms. Under the law, students could take legal action against a school if they encounter someone of the opposite sex in the restroom. The legislation also requires schools to have separate male and female bathrooms and to make accommodations for students who do not want to or cannot use occupancy restrooms or changing facilities.
Also signed by Governor Little, a law allowing execution by firing squad. It makes Idaho the latest state to return to older methods of capital punishment amid a nationwide shortage of lethal drugs. The legislature passed the veto-proof measure last week. Firing squads will only be used if lethal injection drugs are not available. Death row inmate Gerald Pizzuto had his scheduled execution postponed multiple times because Idaho hasn't been able to receive the drugs. Now, the governor said in a letter, for the people on death row, a jury convicted them of their crimes and they were lawfully sentenced to death. It is the responsibility of the state of Idaho to follow the law and ensure that lawful criminal sentences are carried out.
New information on the search and rescue efforts in a devastating explosion at a Pennsylvania chocolate factory. Crews found 2 more bodies, bringing the total to 7 victims. Those crews have been tirelessly searching for potential survivors since Friday using heat image technology and dogs. They've moved to using heavy equipment to methodically and carefully pull debris from the site. Law enforcement believes the 2 victims found last night are the final remaining missing people.
This evening, search and rescue teams have located 2 more individuals at the Arm and Palmer site. We are still waiting for the coroner to confirm the remaining individuals' identities, but we do believe them to be the remaining presumptive missing individuals.
The discovery of these 2 victims closes the search operations. No other people are reported missing.
Violent storms killed at least 26 people in the south over the weekend. The National Weather Service says a new large and extremely dangerous tornado struck yesterday south of LaGrange, Georgia. In response, Governor Brian Kemp issued a state of emergency. Across the region, more than 20 million Southerners are at risk of severe storms today. It's now 6:36.
All right, let's send things back over to Mark Peterson talking about visibility. It looks like it's a little limited as you get up north and east.
Right. Yeah, North Idaho, it's light and it's not a big issue, but just letting you know. And just take it easy. We're going to have more on your full forecast with a warm-up coming up.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
When it comes to baseball and Chevrolet, you won't have to look much further than the Inland Northwest to find some of the best examples of how Chevy dealers are giving back. The Diamonds and Dreams baseball field renovation, hosted by Hometown Chevy and the 4 News Now's Extreme Team, ensures that those who play ball have what they need. From field upgrades to cash and baseball kit donations given to Little Leaguers, Hometown Chevy is proud to keep the dream of baseball alive. This year, they'd like to welcome Lewiston Motors and Dave Smith Motors to the Hometown Chevy Group. Check out a dealership near you today.
Rising over 6,000 feet above the Montana-Idaho border is Eagle Peak, the mountain-sized new addition to Lookout Pass. Ski over 500 new acres, down 14 new advanced and intermediate runs, then go back up on our second quad lift. All covered in our legendary Lookout Pass powder. So get to Lookout and ski the Eagle. Buy a 23-24 season pass and ski free the rest of this season.
I really have an appreciation for furniture, and I like preserving history. That's really neat to see the team work together to bring a piece back to what it was originally. We take the time to do it right.
What if you had to choose between fixing the roof over your head and putting food on the table? What if that leak led to mold growing in your home? What if that meant you could not focus on finding a new job, or your children could no longer focus on learning? What if you no longer had a safe place to call home? Help Rebuilding Together make emergency repairs for our neighbors who have lost jobs and have to make those difficult choices. Text REBUILD to 484848.
It's 6:39. A group of researchers thinks eye health may be able to help diagnose Alzheimer's disease. That's because Alzheimer's begins in the brain decades before any symptoms appear. So patients don't know they have the disease until it's progressed. Scientists looked at retina and brain samples from 86 people over 14 years. They found that changes to the retina correlate to changes to brain associated with Alzheimer's. If researchers could diagnose the brain earlier by looking at eyes, patients could make lifestyle changes that may delay the onset of symptoms or limit their severity.
If you're looking for ways to lower your tax bill, you may want to consider opening a health spending account. As with contributions to 401ks or traditional IRAs, health spending accounts cut your taxable income, so earnings grow tax-free and withdrawals aren't taxed as long as the money pays for medical expenses. There are no required minimal distributions once you turn 73. You can open an HSA with many banks and brokers, but check ahead to make sure that you qualify.
Here's the Monday morning 10-second takeaway. It's a cool start and going to be a cool finish today. The afternoon sprinkles are likely, so make sure you have a jacket handy, certainly as you head out the door. 48-hour high today.
Well, Spokane business is closing because the owner says customers and employees just aren't safe.
And it's a business that hasn't even been open a full year. Morsel by Rind and Wheat is a sandwich shop and bakery. The business on Cowley Street is surrounded by medical facilities, but the owner says foot traffic has died down because of criminal activity and uncleanliness.
We'll be in here to bake and then deliver elsewhere, but yeah, we can't open those doors. It's just not safe. Like, the team hasn't been harmed in any sense, and that is my main goal and main priority.
The owner, Ricky Webster, has spent about $15,000 on safety measures and trash pickup, which includes throwing away needles, human excrement, and sex paraphernalia around the property. The Spokane Police Department tells us while these problems are not unique to Morsel, it is limited legally on what it can do about it. Morsel by Rind and Wheat will open this week. The last day, though, is this Friday, March 31st. Sorry to see it go.
Yeah, bummer.
It is now 6:41.
All right, coming up, Emily Bloom is live in Coeur d'Alene once again talking about the Blues Festival.
We are previewing the 13th Annual Blues Festival coming up this weekend, happening on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I have all of the details that you need to know coming up in just a few minutes.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Did you hear? We've expanded the Caesars Sportsbook at Spokane Tribe Casino, and now we're the largest sportsbook in the area. Come in to enjoy even more seating, a brand new buddy bar where you can play and win right at the bar. And we have the largest betting options in the state. Now, watching, wagering, and cheering on your team to victory is better than ever. Stop in and check out the all-new expanded Caesars Sportsbook, only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
This is it. The RV sales event of the year is happening now at Click It RV in Spokane. During the I Want to Getaway sales event, get a trip to Vegas on us. Choose from the best brands: Coachman, Winnebago, Thor, and more. Payments just $175 per month. 0 down, 0 payments until June, and $4,000 over JD Power for your trade-in. Don't let these deals get away. 6 days only. March 23rd through the 28th. The I Want to Getaway event at Click It RV in Spokane. Hurry in today.
Has your dishwasher let you down lately?
Then see the latest Bosch dishwashers at Fred's Appliance. Fred's also has models you won't find at the box stores.
Bosch means quality and innovation. New Bosch dishwashers quietly deliver sparkling dishes.
With features like third rack and a new drying system that even dries plastic, Bosch raises the bar for dishwashers.
Fred's has more dishwashers in stock than you'll see anywhere. Come in and see us today.
News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
Welcome back. The Blues Festival is back at the Coeur d'Alene Resort.
A few legends and soul singers will be taking us back to favorites from the years past. Emily Bloom is live at the Coeur d'Alene Resort talking all about it.
13th Annual Festival happening this weekend. I have the Director of Marketing, Amy Van Sinkle, here with me. And Amy, this is a 3-day event.
It is. You know, we've been waiting all winter for this. It's finally spring. It's coming up this Friday. Starts on Friday. Music in the lobby, up on the rooftop terrace. 2 cruises out. The Blues Cruise, and then on Saturday, 5-band festival, and Sunday, Blues Brunch. So super exciting things going on.
So all kinds of options for those who want to get out here and enjoy it. You're telling me that there is a couple of local artists and also national artists.
Yes, some big name people like Maria Mulder, who is a national artist, been very large in the blues community for multiple years. Then some local artists like Max Daniels with Sidestep, Diego Romero, and Sarah Brown Band is going to be playing here on Friday night for Friday Night Live, which is kind of a newer event for us. So guests can go out on the cruise, enjoy the cruise on the lake, come back here to the Resort Convention Center, and from 9 to midnight we'll have live music.
So for those who have been here been to the Blues Festival before, there's a lot that they can expect from years past, but also newer additions as well.
Yes, tons of new artists, just everywhere around the resort. You'll be able to walk through the lobby and whispers. There's music everywhere, and that's just what creates that atmosphere and excitement.
And for those who are interested, what should they do? Where can they get tickets?
Tickets are available at cdaresort.com right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Amy. Again, 13th Annual Blues Festival returning this weekend, going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Emily. Thank you so much.
Here is a live look. Sunrise has happened, I think.
Yes, it has.
It has. You can't really see it much.
Sort of happening right now. We get the cloud cover, a little bit of light, patchy fog, but nothing of consequence, really. And we're going to continue to see things on the cool side today. Meade, you're sitting at 26 degrees, Fairchild 30. We have 29 into Cheney and 27 into Post Falls. So, yeah, definitely cool weather out there. We're going to continue to see a cool day today with highs of about 48 degrees. Winds are going to be relatively light, sun and clouds with afternoon sprinkles. That true spring day, 30 for the overnight low, so another one where we could see frost tomorrow morning. We do have humidity out there, and it stays. So, low that's sitting off the coast, is going to work its way south. As it does, it's going to kick up that energy, and that's going to present itself as sprinkles, maybe some graupel later on the afternoon. And we'll see more on the coast of Oregon and California as the system moves south. So we take a look at the jet stream and where we have some of that energy. This will be pushing up some of that warmer air, but we are going to see a continuation of wet weather as you head south, and some of that moisture will come up. So scattered and isolated showers, eastern Washington, North Idaho, could happen over the next couple of days, along with plenty of sunshine. But we are going to anticipate the central part of the state really picking up more rain showers as you head out. So we look at today, 3 o'clock, and we're going to see these scattered showers on that I-90 corridor all the way up and then heading up towards Omak. Hit and miss. Then we'll see clearing overnight with another round of moisture that's going to be coming in and really into the central basin. That's going to be for tomorrow, and we'll see the Cascades continually pulling more moisture out of that. And we should be relatively dry until we get to Wednesday afternoon. And now we're starting to see maybe that hint we're going to get more showers. We see 52 for the high today into the valley, 48 officially. We'll see 48 also into Coeur d'Alene. That planning forecast. So while Wednesday right now by computer models starting to kick some moisture our way, National Weather Service, the Barron weather models, everyone right now is saying that, hey, it should be relatively dry. 55 on Thursday, cloudy conditions. Rain showers coming in Friday night, Saturday and Sunday. Windy, rainy as another front rolls through, and that will cool us down. So when we look at the temperature trend, we see the temperatures going up. And then as we get into the weekend, the temperature's going down. Oh, yeah. We do not have anything in excess of 58 degrees forecasted for the next 2 weeks. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday look to be pretty good days when we compare them to
the rest.
What's coming our way.
Sure. Okay.
It is now 6:49. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Thanks so much for waking up with Good Morning Northwest here on your Monday morning. Stay with us. That morning sprint's coming up.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Chihuahua Casino.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Some people say the metaverse will only be virtual. But firefighters entering a burning house will one day save time when lives are on the line. Visualizing a patient's most recent scan will help speed up decision-making in the ER. And while the woolly mammoth is still extinct, that doesn't mean students can't take field trips to visit them. The metaverse may be virtual, but the impact will be real.
ABC's World News Tonight and 4 News Now. When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
My name is Jennifer, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I was diagnosed with breast cancer in November of 2015. Getting a cancer diagnosis is literally like having the rug pulled out from underneath you. When I'm at Summit Cancer Centers, I feel like they're kind of part of my family in a sense. They've always had my best interests in mind, so I'm actually very hopeful for the future. I would recommend Summit Cancer Center.
Use me to take a bite out of food waste and help the environment.
How'd you do that?
Well, give me yard waste, food scraps, heck, even your food soiled paper like pizza boxes, paper towels, and coffee filters. I'll take it to be composted and returned to the soil.
And we'll still be here for the rest.
Learn more at SpokaneCountySolidWaste.org.
See that? Our new menu is mashing the past, the future, the delicious, and the yum-believable. So whether breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late night, at Denny's,
it's diner time. With an Invisalign smile, everything clicks. And that class reunion becomes...
Is that Anna?
Invis is the #1 doctor-recommended clear aligner and more predictable results. Invisalign.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, just about 6:53. It's time to get you ready to take on your Monday here in the morning sprint.
Emily Bloom live at the Coeur d'Alene Resort, preparing for its annual Blues Festival.
Sydney Charles has the details on a series of tornadoes that tore through the U.S., killing more than 24 people.
And we will see some sprinkles today. Let's get to Mark Peterson with what we can expect.
And we're seeing some light snow into the Palouse at this hour. We take a look at our radar and satellite and put that into motion. And yeah, the Palouse picking up, again, some very light snow. We also see that to the west as you're heading out. So just take it easy again, not adding a lot to it. The mountains could see more over the next couple of days. We're going to have temperatures. They're going to be in the upper 40s today, 48 degrees. In fact, we'll have a slow climb into the 40s, but that'll be our afternoon.
Spokane police are searching for this woman, Jenny Barden. We first told you about her on Thursday when she was wanted for arson. Now, police want her for attempted murder and assault. Investigators believe she started this house fire near Garland and Wall Thursday. One person was seriously injured. Police say several others, including a 3-month-old baby, were endangered. Multiple family pets were also killed in the fire. If you know where Barden may be, you are asked to call 911.
A Grant County chiropractor is behind bars on child rape charges. Grant County Sheriff's deputies arrested Tyrone Truxler Friday. Investigators say a 6-year-old girl told her mother that Truxler had raped her at his Moses Lake house. Detectives are asking for the public's help. If you have any information, call the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
And some areas of the southern part of the U.S. are bracing for a more severe weather. This comes as recovery efforts are ongoing after a deadly tornado outbreak that swept across Mississippi and Alabama late Friday killed at least 26 people. In Mississippi, the monster tornado cut a 60-mile path of destruction across the state. And yesterday, cleanup and recovery efforts continued in hard-hit Rolling Fork, Mississippi, where an EF4 tornado flattened much of the community there. ABC is on the ground in Rolling Fork following the devastation. Coming up next on Good Morning America.
A new Idaho law restricting transgender students' choices in school bathrooms has just been signed by Idaho Governor Brad Little. The governor signed that legislation Friday, banning transgender students from using restrooms that do not align with their assigned gender at birth. That ban goes into effect on July 1st. Under the law, students could take legal action against the school if they encounter someone of the opposite sex in the restroom. The legislation also requires schools to have separate male and female restrooms and to make accommodations for students who do not want to or cannot use multi-occupancy restrooms or changing facilities.
Also signed by Governor Little, a law allowing execution by firing squad. It makes Idaho the latest state to return to older methods of capital punishment amid a nationwide shortage of lethal drugs. The legislature passed the veto-proof measure last week. Firing squads will only be used if lethal injection drugs are not available. Death row inmate Gerald Pizzuto had his scheduled execution postponed multiple times because Idaho hasn't been able to receive the drugs.
And we are live at the Coeur d'Alene Resort previewing the 13th annual Blues Festival that is returning this weekend. 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. For those who have been here before, you can look forward to some of the classics. And they also have some newer events as well. They're bringing back the Sunday brunch at Dockside, a gospel brunch, that is. For those who are interested, you can find tickets at cdaresort.com.
New information on the search and rescue efforts in that devastating explosion at a Pennsylvania chocolate factory. Crews found 2 more bodies, bringing the total number of victims to 7. Those crews have been tirelessly searching for potential survivors since Friday using heat image technology and dogs. Law enforcement believes the 2 victims found last night are the final missing remaining people.
With TikTok under scrutiny in the U.S. as a national security threat comes the question, how hard would it be to ban the popular Chinese-owned app? Washington, D.C. could wield economic powers against TikTok's core business interests, but any ban, either by presidential or congressional action, could be challenged in court over First Amendment issues.
Well, spring is slowly approaching, but up in the mountains, many skiers and snowboarders, including me, took advantage of the fresh powder over the weekend with the new Terrain Eagle Peak freshly open at Lookout Pass. The mountain's marketing director says it's been a hectic season with more visits. Lookout Pass will remain open 7 days a week until mid-April.
The Washington State Department of Transportation is in the early phases of designing and replacing 2 bridges that cross the North Fork of the Palouse River. And tomorrow you can attend an open house where the project will be discussed. The bridges cross the North Fork of the Palouse River on State Route 26 and US 195. Doors at the Whitman County Library in Colfax open tomorrow at 5:30 for the open house. Back with weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
It's here. It's now. The Grand National RV Show. R&R RV North Spokane is hosting the Grand National RV Show March 23rd through April 1st. Shop over 120 RVs inside the West Coast's largest indoor showroom. Motorhomes, camper vans, fifth wheels, and trailers. The time to buy is now. The Grand National RV Show. March 23rd through April 1st. Indoors at R&R RV North Spokane. Special show pricing, giveaways, and food vendors on site. Visit rnrrv.com for more info.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,250 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Just before 7 o'clock, we've got some clouds. We're going to see a little bit of sun. We're going to see Well, I'll show you what we're going to see. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Temperatures climbing up to 48 degrees. That is, again, a below average. We should be around 52. We're going to see some sprinkles later on today. Tomorrow, 55, 58 on Wednesday, which should be the third time this year that we've hit that. But we've not been warmer than that. Thursday, 55, and then next weekend, well, we're just not going to talk about it. It's going to be a nice midweek, no doubt about it.
Live in the now and enjoy, you know, the middle of this week while you can.
We sure shall. All right, we will be back throughout Good Morning America with local updates. It starts in 3, 2, 1.